It is Seattle Mariners baseball here from T-Mobile Park, and we've got ourselves an AL West rivalry matchup as the Mariners will play host to the Houston Astros here in Game 1 of 3. Here are all the storylines we're looking for at all here in this three-game set. Yainer Diaz looks to improve from his $154 average, but let's take a look at the Mariners stuff. Kyle Raleigh searching for power. He's been off to a slow start this year. Jorge Polanco hitting .385 over the past 8 games. He has been absolutely incredible. And Julio has shown some good power, but his batting average is not quite there. Mariners starting pitchers of the last 4 games, just over 25 innings pitched, 2.45 ERA, 18 strikeouts. They have looked good. Mariners have been looking good. They're 6-4 coming in. Astros 5-4 coming in as we look to get set for this matchup here in Seattle. Logan Gilbert will be the Mariners pitcher on the bump here today. 2 starts this season so far, 1-1 record, 11 innings pitched with a 3.27 ERA, pretty decent start for him. As the Mariners welcome the Astros into town for the first time this season, Game 1 of 3, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday series. Jose Altuve, the longtime vet, set to stand in and get things started here in Seattle, and an early overrated chant coming down. Logan Gilbert kicks and fires, and we are underway with the ball outside. It is 1-0 to Altuve. Mariners 6-4 coming into play today. They just coming off of a series on the road in which they won 2 games out of 3 against the San Francisco Giants, falling in yesterday's game by a score of 7-1. 1-1 pitch to Altuve is shot foul to the right, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch. Stays high. 2-2 now the count to Jose Altuve. Chased it and hits a little dribbler towards second. Ryan Bliss back in the starting lineup will flip it to Rowdy Tellez for out number 1. Let's take a look now at the Astros starting lineup. You just saw Jose Altuve. Mauricio Dubon will stand in now, followed by the slugging Yordan Alvarez. Christian Walker, first year in a Houston uniform, will be in the 4-hole. Yainer Diaz, Isaac Paredes will round out the middle. John Singleton, Freddie Peralta, and the Astros starting lineup here today against Logan Gilbert. 5 pitches in, 1 out is Jose Altuve. And now Mauricio Dubon will stand in, and that one is high, 1-0. 26th round pick in the 2013 draft for Dubon. Batting a $189 here in the early season. 1-0 pitch in there for a strike at the knees, 1-1. In there for a strike, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. A lot of home games to start the year for Seattle. Only 1 road trip, and that's just coming off of it this last weekend against San Francisco. Just missed outside, and it's 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Mariners won 2 of 3 in San Francisco. Friday and Saturday, the wins. They lost yesterday before traveling back here to Seattle for another homestand. They've got the Astros, followed by the Rangers going into this weekend, and there's a strikeout for Logan Gilbert. First strikeout of the ball game for him, and there's 2 away here in the first. And now the ever-dangerous Yordan Alvarez.
That's
side 1-0.
1-0.
4 homers and 10 RBIs on the season for Alvarez already. He is off to a tremendous start, batting .273 in the early going. 1-0 pitch is a rocket, but foul, and it's 1-1. Inside, but called the ball. Gilbert
2 balls, 1
trying
strike.
to get an explanation. 25,000 umpires in the stands disagree, and it's 2-1. Hitters count to Alvarez, and he tried to go the other way, and he fouls it away, and it's 2-2. Deuces are wild here for Gilbert. And a foul ball to keep it alive. Yordan Alvarez has made a name for himself in the major leagues, coming off of a season in which he hit 35 home runs. Breaking ball fouled away again towards the dugout. Most he's hit in a season was in 2022, 37 home runs. Drove in 86 runs last year, 97 the year before. Another Deuces Wild offering stays high, and it's full count with Christian Walker waiting on deck. That had 308 last year, did Yordan Alvarez. And he lifts this one again, foul. Good battle here. Getting that pitch count up on Logan Gilbert here early. He's sitting at 18 pitches now here in the opening frame. Outside and fouled away again. A lot of pitches in this at-bat for Alvarez. The 3-2. Outside, ball four, and Alvarez wins the battle. A long at-bat results in a walk on 3-2, and now here's Christian Walker to the plate. First pitch to Walker in the dirt. Good stop by Cal behind the plate. The longtime Arizona Diamondback spent 8 years with Arizona from 2017 to 2024. First year here with the Astros. Last year for the Diamondbacks, he batted .251, 26 home runs, 84 RBIs. Grounds this one towards shortstop. J.P. Crawford throws to second in time, and the side is retired. Logan Gilbert pitches around the 2-out walk. Astros strand one. Mariners coming to bat just underway here in Seattle. Christian Javier will be the pitcher here today for the Houston Astros. Started one game so far this year with a 1.8 ERA. He had 2 strikeouts in that appearance and he pitched 5 innings. Had a pretty decent career. He's been in the majors since 2020. He made his major league debut in that year here against Seattle. He pitched 1 inning, gave up a hit. J.P. Crawford back into the leadoff spot for Seattle. Takes a strike, and it's 0-1. 5-4 are the Astros coming into play today. Last year for the Astros, Javier battled some injuries. He only pitched 34 innings. Looking for a full year this year. 34 innings for him. He gave up 30 hits in those 34 innings, including 4 home runs, 19 walks. Swing and a miss struck him out, and Crawford goes down swinging on 3 pitches. Good start for him. A guy that was 3-1 last year, minimal starts for him. He only appeared in 7 games for the Astros last season. Here's Julio. He's shown off his power a few times in the early going, but he's only batting a .194. He's got 2 homers and 3 RBIs coming into play today. Right over the heart of the plate, taken for a strike, and it's 0-2. 0 for 3 in yesterday's game against San Francisco. The 0-2 to Julio. Inside, 1-2. A lot of Mariner fans hoping for a breakout year from Julio. He was off to a good start. Hit a few home runs early in the season. Now struggling a little bit at the plate, trying to turn that back around. 2-2. Outside. Full count at 3-2. Big dumper Cal Raleigh, who we're waiting to get going, will wait on deck. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Julio. Breaking ball hit in the air down the right field line. Long run out there, and a running catch in foul territory is made in right field. Let's take a look at the Mariners starting lineup. You just saw Crawford and Julio. Cal will stand in now, followed by Rosarena, Polanco, and Robles in the middle. Scotty Telez, Dylan Moore, and Ryan Bliss will round out the bottom three. 12th in the American League in terms of average so far this year for the Mariners. Pretty good record despite their struggles at the plate. Their pitching has been carrying them for the most part in this early season. Cal takes strike one. Fresh off a new contract extension, still waiting for his first big fly in the 2025 season. And he rolls this one over, and it's going to go foul.
No, that's a foul ball.
0-2. Mariners looking to avoid a 1-2-3 inning here. No balls and 2 strikes to Cal, and he chops that one foul to stay alive. Inside, and it's a ball and 2 strikes.
1-2.
Batting just a $135 coming into play today. A lot of fans antsy to see him launch a baseball. The 1-2 inside now, and he's gone from 0-2 to 2-2 here, trying to keep things alive in the bottom of inning number 1. Breaking ball, foul away again, and it's again 2-2. 15 pitches so far here in this opening frame for Javier. Another deuces line offering, and a high drive into right center field. Cal Raleigh might have his first of the season, and he does, way back into the bleachers in right field, and it's 1-0 Mariners. The big dumper unloads here in the first inning on Christian Javier. His first home run of the season. And it's about time. And he erupts T-Mobile Park here early in this one. 1-0 Seattle. And now Arozarena to follow that up with a base hit into center field. So a couple 2-out hits for Seattle. The home run by Cal. 1 pitch later, Arozarena sends it back up the middle for a base knock. So Seattle up and running here early in this game against Houston. And now Jorge Polanco to the plate. He's off to a great start this year, batting .345 in the early going. Runner on first here with 2 out as he takes a strike at the top of the zone. Couple home runs and 5 runs driven in for Polanco. Arozarena, the runner at first here with 2 out, to run home in the inning for Seattle. Off the end of the bat, fouled away, 0-2. Breaking ball ripped on the right field line, but slicing into the seats. And it's still 0-2. Another 0-2 pitch is a ground ball towards the right side. Jose Altuve will make the play. And the side is retired, but not before the big dumper unloads for the first time this year. Deep into the bleachers in right field, making it 1-0 Seattle. We welcome you back to Seattle. Start of inning number 2. 1-0 Mariners have the lead. Courtesy of Cal Raleigh's big home run in the first. Gilbert has a run to work with now as we look to start the second. Inside corner. 1-0. 0 for 3 in their last game for Houston. Outland misses downstairs. 2 balls and no strikes.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
3-0 start here in the inning. 22 first inning pitches for Gilbert. Now 3-0 to start here against Yainer Diaz. Right there, and it's 3-1. Hitters count the 3-1, and now he's worked it back to full, 3-2. Diaz batting just a $156 here in the early season. The 3-2. On the ground to shortstop, J.P. Crawford has got it. And good bounce back there from Gilbert. And Crawford throws him out for out number 1. Now Isak Paredes will stand in, 1 out, nobody aboard. Driven in 2 runs in the early season. He's driven 1 over the wall. Nobody on, 1 out, top of inning number 2. Mariners lead 1-0. And Gilbert on the ground to Tellez. Race to the bag. Gilbert wins the race. And there's 2 away. Basically threw it to him when he was still standing on the mound, and he sprints his way over to first. Quickly 2 away, and now here's John Singleton. Good start to the year for him, batting .333. In there for a strike, 0-1. He's 0 for 5 in his career against Gilbert, 3 strikeouts in 5 at-bats. 0-1 inside, 1-1.
Ball.
Hitters count to John Singleton here. 2 balls and a strike from Gilbert. 32 pitches here in the second. The 2-1 is chopped foul, 2-2. Deuce is wild here for Logan Gilbert, the 2-2 home. Off the end of the bat, and he'll see another pitch here. Nothing Mariners in the second. Gilbert trying to send us to the bottom half. Another 2-2 home. Strike 3 called outer half of the plate. Logan Gilbert looking good early. Astros go 1-2-3 in the second. 1-0 Mariners halfway through 2. Victor Robles set to lead things off here for the Mariners. Bottom of inning number 2. Mariners struck for 1 in the first, and now looking to add on right field and down for a base hit. Mishandled out there in right field, and Robles is aboard to start the second inning for Seattle. Right in front on a little short hop. Looked like a catchable ball. They're going to call it a hit, though, for Robles. And now here's Rowdy Tellez. Inside, 1-0. 1 home run and 4 RBIs on the year for Rowdy. $174 coming into play today. One of the newer additions here to the Mariners. Fouls that one straight back, 1-1. Runner takes off, 1-1 is fouled away. He'll have to retreat. A ball and 2 strikes now here to Tellez. Runner on first here with nobody out. Robles stays put this time, and Tellez grounds it to first. What a snare. Throw to second for 1. Pena back out, and what a double play. Christian Walker starts it, and it's 3-6-3. Look at this snare. On the forehand, off-balance throw, and then the spinning throw by Pena, shortstop. That was beautiful. And now Dylan Moore, who hammers the first pitch foul. 0-1. Seeing a lot more plate appearances since Luke Raley, that forearm fracture, finds himself on the injured list early in the season. Swing and a miss by Moore, and it's 0-2.
0-2.
Moore fouls it straight back to stay alive. '30th pitch of the ball game here on the way for Javier. The 0-2 pitch. Outside.
That's a ball.
Moore will stay alive, 1-2. Outside, good take by Demo, and it's 2-2. Deuces wild offering to Moore inside, and it's full count 3-2. Ryan Bliss waits on deck. The 3-2. Swing and a foul ball down the left field line. Another payoff. Moore in the air down the left field line, and into the seats it goes. Another foul ball. We'll see a ninth pitch of this at-bat here. Another payoff on the way. And a ground ball to the right side. Altuve can't get it, and it's a base hit for Demo. So another two-out hit for Seattle, their third two-out hit already in this game. And the inning will continue here to Ryan Bliss, who is off to a great start this season. Batting average is about normal at 241 through the first few games, but he's already driven in 6 runs, and he has a home run that came on opening day. He hit the first Mariner home run of the season back against the Athletics. Runner on first here with 2 out for Bliss. Breaking ball, hammered but foul, and it's 0-1. Oh, 1, chop foul, and it's 0-2. Runner on first is Dylan Moore. Ryan Bliss at the plate here, trying to protect down 0-2. And it back up the middle, and Bliss has got himself a 2-out base hit. Moore will stop at second. And the Mariners have runners on first and second here with 2 away. Another 2-out hit for Seattle. Now they flip things back over to J.P. Crawford in the leadoff spot. First pitch swing by Crawford, fouled away, 0-1. 0 for 1 with a strikeout to lead off the game for the Mariners. First and second, 2 away here for Seattle. Off to a good start against Christian Javier, the 0-1. In the dirt, good stop behind the plate. Ten for 32 through the last 10 games. On the ground towards shortstop. Pena will throw to second just in time. And the side is retired. Mariners strand a couple 2-out base runners. They still lead 1-0, out hitting the Astros 5-0 in the early going. Jeremy Pena set to lead things off here for the Astros. Top half of inning number 3, Logan Gilbert off to a good start. 8-9-1 here, due up. Inside, got the call, we'll take it, 0-1.
No ball, 1 strike.
On the ground to the right side this time, and fouled away, 0-2. O2 pitch on the way, fouled away again. Swing and a miss right down the heart of the plate. Challenged him, and Gilbert gets the strikeout, his third of the game. Way out in front of that cutter. Pulled the string on it just a little bit. And now here's Chaz McCormick in the 9-hole here for Houston. And he fouls the first pitch away, 0-1. McCormick batting a $188 here in the early going. Nobody on, 1 out here in the third. On the ground left side and fouled. They'll do it again at 0-2. 2-2 pitch. He chased it. What a slider from Gilbert. Another strikeout back-to-back here to start the third. And it's fourth of the game. There's 2 away. And now Altuve to the plate. 0 for 1. And the first pitch to him is grounded to the right side. One hop into the glove of Tellez, and Logan Gilbert a very quick 1-2-3 frame in the third. Looking good as we head to the bottom half. 1-0 Seattle. We welcome you back here to Seattle as we take a look at the Mariners offense in that San Francisco series. They averaged 3 runs a game. They batted just $163, hit 2 homers, 12 runs driven in. They won Friday and Saturday's matchups against the Giants. Lost in yesterday's game by a score of 7-1. Off to a good start here. Already 5 hits on Javier, including a home run by Cal. As Julio will stand in to lead things off, and he gets the benefit of a borderline pitch called a ball, and it's 1-0. Pitch to Julio, and there for a strike, 1-1. Inside, hitters count to Julio at 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Hitters count to Julio. 2-1 is in there for a strike, and it's 2-2. Breaking ball hit the other way down the right side of foul. Inside out swing nearly turned to gold, and they'll do it again at 2-2. Julio again going the other way, and again it's foul. My goodness. Same spot. And Julio battling here at 2-2. Another 2-2 on the way. And he fouls it straight back. Good battle here by Julio to start the third. 1-0 Mariners. Home run by Cal Raleigh in the first. Is where we stand now. Mariners 5 hits on Javier. The other way again and just foul. My goodness, Julio. Trying to go down that right field line. And again, it's 2-2. Pitch number 50 here from Javier. In the dirt, full count. We'll see a 10th pitch of this at bat. Other way, right side, this one drops in fair. What a battle. Into the corner it goes. Julio on his way to second. And it's a leadoff double here in the third. Tried to go opposite field that entire at bat and finally straightened it out enough to keep it fair down the right field line. What a beautiful at bat by Julio. And now here's Cal, who went deep his first time. Takes a breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. Solo blast into the bleachers in right field his first time to the plate. Julio the runner at second here, nobody out in the third. Mariners looking to add on. Runner. Julio takes off for third, pitches inside, and Julio steals third base. First stolen base of the year for Julio. And he steals third. So now a runner is 90 feet away here for the Mariners with nobody out. And Cal fouls it away, and it's 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Breaking ball misses inside. 2-2 to count to Cal. In there, strike 3 call. Cal couldn't pull the trigger. He's retired for the first time tonight. And there's one away, and Julio still stands at third. And now Rosarena to the plate. All you got to pretty much do is put the ball in play for Julio to come in. And he takes a strike right down the heart of the plate. That's nothing in one.
One and one.
Outside, 1-1. 80-mile-an-hour slider there from Javier. In there for another strike. Got to get the bat off the shoulder, and it's 1-2. Fouled away, stays alive. Fouled away again. Good battle here with 2 strikes for Rosarena. He's trying to put the ball in play to make it 2-0 Seattle. In the dirt, good stop behind the plate. Throw back to third, and Julio's back in there. Another 2-2 on the way. And Rosarena fouls it away to the left. Julio was breaking for the plate right on contact. Pretty much any ground ball will get him to score. Pretty much any fly ball, it's not a pop-up, will score him as well, and he fouls it away again. Two. Fouled away again. Good battle here by Rosarena. Trying to get Julio home. And he might just have into right center. Should be plenty deep enough. McCormick will make the catch. Throw will come in all the way to the plate, but Julio scores standing up. Sacrifice fly for Rosarena, and it's 2-0 Mariners. So Julio's leadoff double, and then the steal of third gets him to come in to score. Sac fly for Rosarena, and it's 2-0 Mariners. Here's Polanco. Outside, 1-0. ABC baseball there for the Mariners. Get him on, get him over, and get him in. Got him on with the double, stole third to get him over, and then the sacrifice fly gets him in. And that one's in there for a strike, 1-1. One pitch, fouled away, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Polanco, another foul ball with 2 strikes here for Seattle. 29 pitches in this inning. He's about to throw his 30th, and he's at 70 pitches already for the game here in the 3rd inning. And Polanco off the inside of the bat, fouls it away again. Polanco, another foul ball. Javier's got to be getting frustrated. He has thrown a ton of pitches in this inning. Already at 72 pitches here for the game, and Polanco chases inside to retire the side. But the Mariners do add on another run. A Rosarena sac fly. Julio running around the bases. Makes it 2-0 Seattle after 3. Mauricio Dubon set to lead things off here for the Astros. He's 0 for 1. And a 2-0 Mariners lead for Gilbert to work with. And the right side, and that's the first hit of the ball game for the Astros on the first pitch of the inning. And Mauricio Dubon is aboard here for Houston to lead things off in the top half of inning number 4. Goes the other way, inside out swing over the head of Tellez, no chance. And now here's Yordan Alvarez to the plate. Strike 1, outer half of the plate. Scary thing about this guy at the plate right here, Mariners have looked good 2-0, but he could change the game in one swing. So you got to be careful with a guy like Alvarez. The 0-1. Fouled away. Nothing in 2. Inside portion of the plate, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Challenged him with the fastball, and he struck him out at 97 miles an hour. And there's one away here for Christian Walker. First pitch to Walker is fouled away, nothing in 1. Little dribbler, goes foul again, and it's nothing in 2. Runner still up first is Mauricio Dubon. One away here in the 4th. Dubon led off the inning with a base hit on the first pitch of the inning. Gilbert struck out Alvarez to this point, and Walker takes outside, a ball and 2 strikes. Outside, 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. Outside, full count. Yainer Diaz would be next. The 3-2. Walked him. So Walker draws the walk. Runners on first and second now here with one away, and now Yainer Diaz to the plate. That's the second walk issued by Logan Gilbert. Dubon at second. Walker on over at first. One out here in the 4th, 2-0 Mariners. Yainer Diaz to the plate, and he attacks the first pitch and fouls it away, 0-1. The 0-1 outside, 1-1, 97 miles an hour there on the fastball. We'll take a look at the matchup. Logan Gilbert against Yainer Diaz. Most the Astros have threatened so far here tonight. Runners on first and second with one man out. The 1-1, slapped the other way. Fair ball down the right field line. Dubon's going to round third. He's going to come to the plate. And the Astros get on the board. It's 2-1. RBI single by Yainer Diaz down the right side. And the Astros cash in here in the 4th. A lot of people going opposite field today. Let's see how close that was to the line. Ooh, it's a few inches. Less than a foot inside that right field line, and the Astros cut the lead in half. It's 2-1, and they're still threatening with runners at their corners. Here's Isaac Paredes. He takes outside 1-0.
1-0.
Pitch is in there for a strike, 1-1. Runners at the corners. Walker, the tying run, 90 feet away at third. The 1-1. In there for a strike, 1-2. Now a big pitch on the way here in the 4th for Logan Gilbert. Strikeout here would be huge. A ball and 2 strikes from Logan Gilbert. And he got him to chase it outside. A swing and a miss. Isaac Paredes goes down swinging. 6th strikeout already for Gilbert. And there's 2 away here in the 4th. And now John Singleton here with 2 away. Runners still at the corners. Outside, 1-0. 0 for 1 of the strikeout is Singleton, batting .320 on the early season. Driven in 4 runs, he has a home run. And Gilbert trying to pitch out of the jam here in the fourth. 1 ball, no strikes, and a ground ball foul past the diving Tellez. And it's 1-1. A ball and a strike in the dirt. Good stop by Cal. And it's 2-1. Hitters count now here to Singleton. 2 balls and a strike. Right there, and it's 2-2. Cal trying to pump him up. Crowd gets a little louder here at T-Mobile Park. Trying to end this inning right here. The deuces are wild. And a ball in the dirt, full count 3-2 with Pena waiting on deck. Runner from first will be on the move here. 3 balls and 2 strikes. There goes the runner. And Singleton fouls it away to stay alive. We'll do it again at 3-2. Gilbert trying to end this inning right here. And it's a fly ball into center field. Julio Rodriguez is there. And the side is retired. Logan Gilbert pitches out of the jam. He does give up the first run of the game for the Astros, but he maintains the lead. It's 2-1 halfway through 4 in Seattle. Victor Robles set to lead things off here for Seattle in the bottom of inning number 4. Mariners saw their lead get cut in half last inning. It was 2-0 coming into the fourth, and now it's 2-1 in the bottom half of it as the bullpen gets active here for the Astros. Got Sean Dubin and Taylor Scott in the bullpen. Here's Altuve at second. He'll make the play on Robles, and there's one away here in the fourth. Now Rowdy Tellez, 1 out, nobody aboard here, inning number 4. He is 0 for 1. Inside, 1-0.
1-0.
Mariners 1 run in the first on a Cal Raleigh home run. Then 1 run in the third on a Randy Arozarena sacrifice fly that scored Julio Rodriguez. 2 balls and no strikes. Breaking ball misses inside. 3-0 to Rowdy. With Demo waiting on deck. Right there for a strike. He was taken all the way, and it's 3-1. See if Tellez unleashes here. Inside, ball 4. Never had a chance to. And it's a 1-out walk here for the Mariners. And that'll bring Dylan Moore to the plate. 1 for 1, singled his last time. 5 for 19 on the early season. Good pitch there from Javier, and it's 0-1. We mentioned it earlier, Dylan Moore getting a lot more playing time in the early going because of the fractured forearm of Luke Raley, who finds himself on the injured list. Dylan Moore has filled those shoes pretty well, batting .263 on the early season. No balls and 2 strikes, though, trying to protect the plate, and he does on a base hit to right field. Altuve was playing more towards the middle. And now a bad throw in. Tellez going to try to advance. There's nobody there at third, and now Javier gets there to throw him out. Tellez getting aggressive, not the speediest guy in the world. Tried to advance on the bad throw, and Javier was there to make the play. And there's 2-1. The big boy tried to get aggressive on the bases. And he gets thrown out at third, so now there's 2 away with runner at first, and here's Ryan Bliss, who takes inside 1-0. Bliss 1 for 1 with a base hit. He's driven in 6 runs already here in the early season. Drove in 1 home run that came on opening day against the Athletics here at T-Mobile Park. A laser beam into left field. Check on Moore over there. 1-0 Bliss checks his swing for a strike, 1-1.
1-1.
Runner on first here with 2 out. Mariners lead 2-1 here against Houston in the 4th. Runner takes off, pitches in the dirt, and Dylan Moore swipes second. Already the 5th stolen base of the year for Demo as he tries to make something happen here in the 4th with 2-1. Picked a good pitch to do it on as well on a breaking ball in the dirt. No chance to throw him out. 5th stolen base of the year for Dylan Moore, and now runner on second here. And Bliss is ahead 2-1 in the count. And he hits this one down the right side and foul, 2-2. Deuces are wild here to Ryan Bliss. And he pops it up right side. And it's going to go out of play, a foul ball. Bliss staying alive here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And a foul ball again to the right side. A lot of foul balls for the Mariners, especially with 2 strikes against Javier. Pitch count already up at 90 after this next one. Another 2-2 home, and Bliss fouls it off again. They've gotten that pitch count way up, battling in the zone here against Christian Walker tonight. Another 2-2 on the way, and strike 3 called inside corner. And Ryan Bliss goes down looking. Mariners strand 1 in the 4th. They hold on to a 1-run lead after 4. Take a look at our starter comparison so far. Both guys still in at the moment. Each have pitched 4 innings. 2 runs for Javier, 1 run for Gilbert. All of the runs have been earned. 7 hits for the Mariners, 2 for the Astros. Gilbert has walked 2 guys. Javier just 1, and Gilbert has 6 strikeouts already compared to Javier's 4. Jeremy Pena set to lead things off here for the Astros, and he takes high 1-0.